All right, now that we're back at our Google Classroom, we can go over to classwork. We're going to scroll down again to Unit 3, Automation, and we're going to have our VEX VR Activity 3, Find Your Age. Open that up, click our VEX VR link. While that's loading, we can also open up our Find Your Age Google Doc. Again, this is where the instructions for the activity are. And here's my code from a previous one I'm just going to get rid of. Open up my playground. For this activity, we should be in the numbered grid map. Right on the grid map, we need to go to number grid map. Okay, here we are. You can see it's numbered 1 through 100. All right, level 1. Program the VR robot to drive to your age as of today. So say you are 12 years old, 13 years old, 14 years old, whatever you need to pick. We'll go to 13. So I'm going to program to drive the robot through these grid squares. It's very similar to the grid map, except there's numbers on them. So they're the same size. So when I start, I'm going to set drive velocity, set turn velocity. So we can go 100 for both of those, so they go a little quicker. Say you are, we'll do 13. I'm going to drive forward for 200 millimeters, so it'll move me up to the number 11. And I have to go right 2 blocks. I'm going to turn right for 90 degrees and drive forward. Remember, each block is worth 200 millimeters, so 2 blocks are 400 millimeters. We have to have stop driving here. I play. So it goes, it turns, and we're on top of our age of 13. Okay, so that's level 1. Level 2, program the VR robot to drive to your age as of today. Then have the VR robot drive to your age in the year 2035. All right, so right now it is 2021. So 2035 is 14 years away. So if you're 13, that would make you 27. So we're going to drive to 13, so we can keep that. Then we're going to drive to 27. So we'll keep our 13. But now let's see, to get up to 27, we have to go up 1 square and over 1, 2, 3, 4. So as right now, we can turn our robot to the left, 90 degrees. We'll go forward for 1 square. We'll turn right for 90 degrees. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4 over. So driving forward for 4, instead of 200, it's going to be 800 millimeters. Then we're going to stop driving. Should be right, let's see. So remember, we get to 13. Okay, we stop. Okay, now we're going to our age of 27. Perfect. All right, you can get stop. There's level 2. Level 3, remember this is the one I want the screenshot of. And this is the one, now we're going to have to use that pen tool. You can change the color as well, because we need to do different colors for different dates, as it mentions here. So program the VR robot to drive and mark your birthday. So my birthday is November 12th, 1997. So I'm going to need an 11, I'm going to need a 12, and I'm going to need a 97. So for the month, or sorry, for the day, I need a blue pen. So I'm going to get rid of all this except for the drive velocity because we're starting fresh. So the day, I need a blue pen. So I'm going to 12, so I need blue for that. So we're going to go down here to move robot pen down. But we don't want to put it in quite yet because we need to get there first. I can also set color to blue. Okay, so now to drive to 12, pretty easy. I only need to go up 1 square and right 1 square. So I'm going to then turn right and then drive forward for 1. As I'm driving forward for that 1, that's when I want the pen down. Except this is going to now do it from the middle of the 11 to the middle of the 12. And we want it to be just over the 12. So just like we did And in previous activities, we're going to drive forward half a square to start us off. And then we cover the whole square. So half a square instead of 200 is going to be 100. So now this is going to drive up to the 11, move over half a square, so we're starting right at the beginning of the 12. Drop our pen down, it's going to be blue, and then we're going to drive over the 12. Let's just do that before we continue. Yep, there we go, perfect. Now we're over the 12, so we want to move that pen back up. Right? We don't want to drag the pen the whole way to our next number. So for the month you're born, so 11, I want a red pen. Mine's right next to each other, so we're going to change it up just so it's easier to see. We'll go October, so we're in the 10 over here. So we need to drive forward. How many squares? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares. So it's 200 times 8? 1,600. Okay. You can use a calculator if you really need to. So we're going to go forward 1,600. We're going to turn to the right 90 degrees. And then now again, we're in the middle of the square here. So we need to move forward just that half a square. So we cover the actual tile we want, not half and half. So now this will be covering our 10. Yeah, I will be drawing the line vertical, but as long as you cover the number, that's okay with me. So we drive forward that 100. And now we want to drop our pen back down. Change the color to red. Red. And then we're going to stop driving after we move over that square. So we go over the square of 200 millimeters, and we can stop driving after that. So let's see what happens. So sorry, I have to restart. Okay, so I covered the day. Go over to the month. That's not right. What did we forget to do? Oh, we're moving too many blocks away. Sorry, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so that 18 is right, or 8 blocks is right at the edge, so we don't want to quite go that far. So we're actually going to do 1,500. Again, so remember, since we're at the edge of the square, we are going to do 1,500. All right, now we stop in the middle, and then you see our red line. All right. So for the year, we want a green pen mark. So I was born in 1997. I have to go all the way up here to 97. So once I'm at the 10 here, and I need to go to 97, I need to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squares. Not the full 9 squares, that's when we'll hit the wall. So I'm going to turn my robot around 180 degrees. We're going to move 8.5 squares worth. So not quite the full 9, and that's going to be 1,700, so 1,700 millimeters. We're going to turn left, because we're all the way over here, so I'm going to turn left to go over to 97. There we go, sorry about that. Turn left, 90 degrees, now we're facing that number 97. We need to go over 1, 2, and a half. So we're going to drive forward for the 2. That's 400. We can do the half in it as well, so we'll do 450. I'm going to drop that pen back down. Set the color to green. Drive forward 200 millimeters, and then we'll stop. And one thing I did notice here as well is after I was done with the month, I forgot to put my pen back up before I move. So we're going to do that before we hit Start Simulate. Move pen. We're going to place it right as we're turning, so it doesn't draw down when we're turning. So right before you turn that 180, you gotta go up. Let's hit start simulate. Okay, there's 12, the day. We go to the month of 10, turn it around. Okay, see it's off again. We're going all the way up to, because we're all different ages. We were born in different days. There you go. And see it stops after, so we can hit stop simulate. So make sure you're doing your age. You're sending me the screenshot of your code and your playground here simulated. Make sure you have the marker simulated and it's down. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next activity.